Today we are going to read an excerpt from the best-selling book, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. What's an excerpt? An excerpt is a short part of a book, movie, or speech. Last week I released part 1. Today is part 2. But don't worry, you don't need to watch part 1 to understand today's lesson. Today you are going to practice your listening and reading skills and learn a lot of new vocabulary. Please let me know in the comments which word or words were new for you. I really love hearing that my lessons help you improve your English. So please let me know. My name's Arnell. Let's start. Just to remind you, The Hunger Games is about a competition in which young people need to fight each other to survive. In my last video, the excerpt was from the very start of the book. In this video, I jump straight into the competition. Now, Katniss, who is the main character, is hiding in a cave with her friend Peeta. Peeta is injured. He cannot walk or do anything. So they are hiding in a cave where no one can find them and attack them. First, I'll read this paragraph and then we'll look at the vocabulary. In the remaining hours before nightfall, I gather rocks and do my best to camouflage the opening of the cave. It's a slow and arduous process, but after a lot of sweating and shifting things around, I'm pretty pleased with my work. The cave now appears to be part of a larger pile of rocks, like so many in the vicinity. Nightfall. Nightfall. Definition: the time in the evening when it becomes dark. You can literally imagine the night is falling. In the desert, temperatures drop quickly after nightfall. Gather. Gather. Gather, gathered, gathered. To collect things to use. We gathered firewood to build a fire. My mom and I gathered berries together to make jam. Camouflage. Camouflage. This can be a noun, verb, or adjective. Definition: the ability to not be seen by a predator or enemy. The owl is camouflaged in the tree. You can barely see it. Soldiers need to camouflage themselves so they are not seen. Camouflage is essential to the survival of so many species. Arduous. Arduous. Definition: tiring and difficult, not fun to do. Learning a language can be an arduous process, but it's worth it. What do you think? Is learning English arduous? My computer crashed, so I had the long and arduous task of recovering my lost files and reinstalling all of my software. Sweat. Sweat. The pronunciation is important. The word is sweat, not sweet. This can be a noun or a verb. If it's a verb, the verb forms are sweat, sweated, sweated. Definition: to perspire because you are exercising or hot. Sweat always gets into my eyes when I'm exercising. I started sweating when I couldn't answer the question in the interview. Shift. Shift, shifted, shifted. Definition: to move and change the position of something. Look, I am shifting in my chair. My husband and I shifted the couch a few inches so it wasn't so close to the door. To be pleased with something. pleased with. Pleased with. Definition: you are happy and satisfied. I'm pretty pleased with how my first clay pot turned out. I'm happy and satisfied. Jose was pleased with his IELTS score. Vicinity. Vicinity. The area around you, close to you. So this is not far away. This is around you. We chose this hotel because there were a lot of things to do in the vicinity. There aren't many affordable apartments in the vicinity, so we might have to look farther away. Think about your life. What is in the vicinity of your house, school, workplace? And you can see we usually say in the vicinity. Okay, let's keep going with the story. I can still crawl into PETA through a small opening, but it's undetectable from the outside. That's good, because I'll need to share that sleeping bag again tonight. Also, if I don't make it back from the feast, PETA will be hidden but not entirely imprisoned. Crawl. Crawl. Crawl, crawled, crawled. Definition: to move on your hands and knees. Babies crawl before they learn how to walk. And this part here is under a house. This part is called a crawl space because you cannot stand in it. You have to crawl. In this book, remember, Katniss and PETA are in a small cave, so they have to crawl in. Undetectable. Undetectable. You cannot see or discover this. The diamonds hidden in Tina's hair were undetectable by airport scanners. Nobody could see that she was hiding diamonds in her hair. Scientists are constantly developing better tests to identify undetectable steroids. What's the opposite of undetectable? Detectable. Detectable means you can see or discover this. Even a small amount of alcohol in your system can be detectable on a breathalyzer test. Next, we have a sleeping bag. A sleeping bag. This is a sleeping bag. You know, when you go camping, you need a sleeping bag. Do you have a sleeping bag? Make it back. Make it back. Definition: you return from a trip or a journey, usually after a bit of difficulty. The traffic was terrible. I didn't make it back home until 9 at night. If I don't make it back alive, please tell my wife I love her. A feast. Feast. A feast is a large, special meal with lots of food, often for a celebration. Every year, my mom prepares a feast for Thanksgiving. But in this story, the feast isn't just about food. It's a place where competitors can find important supplies. Imprisoned. Imprisoned. To be in a prison or a place you cannot leave. Jack was imprisoned for 10 years after the crime. In this case, PETA will be hidden in the cave but not imprisoned. This means if Katniss doesn't make it back, he can leave. He's not stuck. Okay, we have one last paragraph to look at. I know there's been a lot of vocabulary, but you can do this. Let's keep going. I make a meal out of the smaller, bonier fish that inhabit the stream down here. Fill every water container and purify it, and clean my weapons. I've 9 arrows left in all. I debate leaving the knife with PETA so he'll have some protection while I'm gone, but there's really no point. Make a meal out of something means I cook with these ingredients. I didn't have much food in my fridge, so I made a meal out of pasta, cheese, and vegetables. You can make a simple meal out of eggs and potatoes. And when we're speaking quickly, we usually say, outa, outa. Make a meal out of eggs and potatoes. Bonier, bonier. This is the comparative form of the adjective bony. Bony, bonier, the boniest. This means has a lot of bones or super skinny. This fish is so bony that I can't eat it. Ella and Ellen are really skinny, but Ella is bonier than Ellen. Inhabit the stream. Let's do two words together. A stream is a small river, and inhabit is a formal way to say live in. This sentence means fish live in the small river. We walked along the mountain stream. Ancient civilizations inhabited this region thousands of years ago. Purify, 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 purified, purified. To make clean and pure. What kind of things can we purify? Water, the air, blood. I have special tablets in my first aid kit that can purify water. You know, I love hiking out in the wilderness, and it's essential I have everything I need to survive in an emergency. Water purifying tablets are essential. Weapons. Weapons. Weapons are these things. Definition: an object used for fighting or hunting. Normally we think about things like knives and guns. But anything can be a weapon really. Like here in this clip, a frying pan is being used as a weapon. Katniss uses a bow and arrow. She says in the text, I've 9 arrows left in all. In all means in total. In all, there were 25 people at the party, including the guests and the staff. Debate. Debate. In this sentence, debate is being used as a verb. Debate, debated, debated. There are a couple of ways we can use this verb. 1. For 2 or more people to have a discussion or argument about different opinions. The students debated the pros and cons of online education in their class discussion. But the verb debate is also used like this. A person is not sure if they should do something or not. I'm debating canceling my trip. I have so many things to do at work, I don't think I'd enjoy a trip right now. Look at the grammar. We often say debate plus gerund. Gerund is that ing form. I'm debating canceling my trip. I debate leaving the knife with PETA. There's no point. This is a great little phrase. There's no point. There is no purpose. Doing this is a waste of time. A. You should be studying now. Studying? The exam starts in 10 minutes. There's no point. What's the purpose? Time out, time out. So sorry everyone, but while I was filming this lesson, for some reason my video stopped recording, but my voice continued recording. Look, the video stopped. So for the last couple of minutes, you're just gonna hear me, but that's okay. Let's finish this lesson. In our story, Katniss is saying, there's no point in leaving a knife with PETA. PETA's injured. He can't walk. He definitely can't fight. A knife wouldn't help him. Now it's time for you to just take a break. I'm going to read the whole text from start to finish, and you can just relax and listen. In the remaining hours before nightfall, I gather rocks and do my best to camouflage the opening of the cave. it's a slow and arduous process. But after a lot of sweating and shifting things around, I'm pretty pleased with my work. The cave now appears to be part of a larger pile of rocks, like so many in the vicinity. I can still crawl into PETA through a small opening, but it's undetectable from the outside. That's good, because I'll need to share that sleeping bag again tonight. Also, if I don't make it back from the feast, PETA will be hidden but not entirely imprisoned. I make a meal out of the smaller, bonier fish that inhabit the stream down here, fill every water container and purify it, and clean my weapons. I have 9 arrows left in all. I debate leaving the knife with PETA so he'll have some protection while I'm gone, but there's really no point. How are you feeling? You know, you can read this text too. Pause the video and read it out loud to practice. And if you haven't watched video part 1, I'll link it down below for you. I've really enjoyed making this lesson for you. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.